We're back in Flan. So you guys are at the... We've had 10 days of downtime. So what's everybody been doing for the last 10 days? I know what a couple of you guys have been up to. I've kind of been reading. Good stuff.
Well, I took a pretty bad beating, so Marquesh did at least. So I think I'll be carousing the whole 10 days just to recoup.
Ooh.
And, I've just been out cruising around on the Wonder Spooner.
You've been checking out and getting used to your new folding boat and stuff?
Absolutely.
You can get some carousing going on that boat you got.
I don't want no sea dogs.
There you go. 10 days worth of carousing there, Marcus.
How much is that? Is it 10 a day?
It's yeah, pretty much, yeah. 10 a day.
I was just deducting the gold. Let me roll this once.
Yep, just once. We'll see how your 10 days go. Wow. Not too bad. Earn modest winnings from gambling and recuperate your lifestyle, so you basically didn't spend anything.
Nice. Had a hell of a time, though.
You did. Did you hook up with Bruhilda?
No, I
You're
live
saving her for me.
Are you sure I can set you up?
That's a one man kind of woman.
Actually,
maybe it's the other way around.
Yeah, you're actually not her type anyway. She doesn't go for the half orc type.
She likes the teenies, I think.
Oh man,
little twinks she likes. That's what it is.
Anything in particular on the boat there, Shen, Captain Shen, Seaman
No,
Shen?
just cruising around in the harbor ways, doing some fishing. That's about it.
Darg, what have you been up to?
I've been carousing as well.
Let's see. Let's give us a roll. You still got the table? Here's the table in case you don't have it.
Where do I roll this?
There's a dice button on there. On that.
Yeah, I didn't know if you want me to put it in tower or like in chat or what.
No, just click it. It'll put it in chat. Then we can all see what happens. Yeah, same thing. I guess you and Markish probably going to the same place. The slots were loose. Is that what they say?
Well, we heard it's where you can get free drinks.
Made sure that I stayed in the bar Omi was not in.
why would you want to do that?
I hang around you too much already, man. I'm starting to not care about those spoons versus adamantly hate them.
So, I mean, what have you been doing for these 10 days?
So Omi's been sitting, remembering Aya Glenmere and her magic shop, and her offer to sell me some scrolls sometime. So Omi's going to wander over to Aya Glenmere's magic shop and see what she has available.
Sure, you go over there. Hey, how's it going? That's the local hero Flan. What can I do for you? Thanks for finding that book on the strands of magic again.
Oh, you're welcome, Aya. Glad to be of help. Hey, you remember when you said you were willing to sell me some spell scrolls? I'd like to see what kind of scrolls you have available. Interested in something like being able to comprehend languages or something of that sort.
Yeah, I've got all that stuff in stock. He kind of points over to the wall, and there's a sort of like a giant scroll case with just hundreds of scrolls on the wall that you can. She says, whatever you need, just go ahead and it's a la carte. You just help yourself to it.
Oh, wow. You have quite a stock here.
I've been seeing that things have gotten back to normal. I've kind of been getting a lot of work done around here.
Let's see. I see you do have this comprehend languages spell, so I'll go ahead and take one of those. And this one sounds interesting. Long Strider. Increase your movement. And go ahead and throw one of those in too.
What do you got, like a date or something tonight?
Well, I got someone I might need to run away from at some point.
It's not that half-orc chick, is it, that I seen you walking around the plaza with?
You know of her?
I know that she's a bully.
Well, yeah, I'd like to keep this on hand, just in case. You never know.
I guess so. She just kind of chuckles.
So how much will that be, Aya? I see you still got your monkey.
Yeah, it's climbing around everywhere. Those scrolls, as long as they're low level, are like 100 gold apiece.
All right, here you go, Aya.
All right. She thanks you. She says, "Of course, that's the discount for the Heroes of Land, of course."
Oh, why, thank you, Aya. Glad we're appreciated. Hey, what's this other scroll over here that says "Find Familiar" on it?
Well, that's usually for a wizard that will summon a companion for himself. Really, the companion is sort of like I almost want to say, just like a guide. Sort of like someone sitting on your shoulder and just giving you advice, or maybe if you need some type of errand run, they could do that for you, or maybe you can see through the eyes of that creature that you have. It's usually some type of small animal or creature, or maybe sometimes if you're into dark magics, you can summon something from the depths of the elemental chaos or from another plane or something.
That sounds like it could be interesting. Is that how you got your monkey there?
Nope. Actually, I've had him for quite a while. Actually, I got him from a caravan that came through a couple years back. Well, actually, her.
Well, I don't know if Omi knows about, familiars, but he certainly knows about things sitting on his shoulders. Am I right?
I'll go ahead and take this one here too. I read on here that it needs some spell components though.
Yep. Some chalks, some essences, some herbs, like a brass bowl, like a brazier, small brazier. Just nothing
like
really expensive.
I like this brass brazier you have over here. Oh, well, that one's not going to work. It's got a hole in it.
A hole in it? Let me see that thing. Oh, so that's why that thing's been sitting there for a couple of years. I was wondering why.
Well, you know what? Actually, I just remembered there's a new shop that went up in town that might be able to fix that. So, yeah, go ahead. I'll take the scroll and the components.
A new shop? What are you going to take it over to the smithy or something?
I can't remember quite what it was called. Something plugs. Splugs. That's it. Splugs Plugs. That was the name of the place.
Yeah, I saw that place go up. I kind of got a chuckle with the name when I saw this. I think he's a goblin. He moved in a couple of months ago. One of the stores here in the plaza opened up, and Splugs Plugs. What the heck is a plug anyway? I mean, I don't get it, and I haven't had time to go in there and look. So interesting.
Well, maybe he'll be able to plug this hole in this brass brazier. I'll go ahead and try it.
Sure. Next time you're in, you let me know what Splugs Plugs is all about.
I sure will. Hey, thank you for that hero's discount.
Oh, you're welcome.
So I'm gonna wander my way over to Splugs Plugs.
Sure. Now, just as you're starting to get close to the storefront, there's a sign out there, sort of on like a post sticking up. And this is Plugs. Come on in for the finest plugs in Faerun. Oh, Plugs, man.
Let's see, this must be the place. It just ain't a plug unless it's a splug plug. Yeah, this has got to be the place. So I wander on in.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of more signs inside of Plugs. It seems like that's the motto of this place. It just ain't a plug unless it's a Plugs plug. So so as you go in, there's you see the top of a couple green pointy ears sticking up, and you see kind of walking behind the counter, and you see some chunks of metal and rubber and stuff kind of flying around, sort of like he's trying to throw it in the buckets up on the wall. And then he hears you come in, and then all of a sudden a goblin stands up on something, probably a box or something, and he greets you. Yeah, what do you want? Welcome to Plugs there. I've got... If it ain't a plug, it's pretty much useless. What do you need, my friend?
So are you Mr. Splug?
I am the one and only Splug. I'm a retired adventurer.
Wow, you must be pretty special.
You're looking pretty flamboyant.
I didn't think Flan let goblins in.
What are you talking about? What are you giving me a hard time already? You haven't even bought a plug from me yet.
Oh yeah. Well,
What do you mean?
Well,
They let goblins in here? Of course they do. Not all goblins are relentless and killers and stink, and I'm actually pretty nice for a goblin.
Well, you do look pretty nice. I haven't met a lot of goblins, though. And I was wondering if you could help me out with a plug.
What do you need a plug for?
I pull out the brass.
You got a leak? You got a leak or something there, pal?
I say, well, I do have a leaky brassiere here. Here, take a look at this. I was wondering if you'd had a plug in stock that would work for this thing.
Yeah, I got a. What are you gonna put in it? I mean, you want something cheap just to block the hole, like maybe a cork plug, or do you want something, or do you want me to actually solder something in there, like an iron plug or something? Totally up to you.
Oh, I want Splug's finest.
That would be Splug's platinum plug.
Ooh, that sounds special.
Not really. It's just more expensive, but it does the same thing. I mean, honestly, I would just buy the cheap stuff. But hey, I'll take your money though, pal. I'll take your copper.
All right, you seem to be the plug expert, Mr. Splug, so I'll go with the cheap one.
So he cuts this piece of cork out, and he sticks it in the bottom of the brazier. He says, all right, it's all fixed. It's only going to cost you a silver, though.
All right, here you go. Here's 2 silver for you, Mr. Splug. Glad to have you around town. You sure are a life slave saver. And you sure know how to plug a hole.
Well, can I get you? That's right. If it ain't a plug, unless it's a Splug plug, it ain't worth shit. Anyways, can I get you to sign this little piece of parchment here? You're actually the first bit of business that I've ever had.
Really? I'm the first one?
Yeah, I've been here for 3 months, and you're my first customer.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to frame this and put it up there.
I sure will sign that for you. Hey, would you like a t-shirt, too?
A t-shirt? Better not. What is it? A t-shirt? I've already got on undergarments.
Here you go. I pull out one of my Omi Barton Spoon the World Tour t-shirts.
What in the hell is Spoon the World?
You haven't seen the Spoon the World Tour yet?
No,
well, you should come by the Laughing Goblin sometime next week. I got a show planned there. But I don't think I have one of these in your size, though. Could make a nice night shirt for you, though.
It's a little bit too colorful for Splug.
Ah, well.
But I'll go ahead and I'll keep it. But spoon the world, huh? What do you do? What
Oh,
does
I play
spoon
the
the world mean?
spoons.
You play spoons as in like an instrument?
Absolutely. They're the best instrument. I give them a little demo.
Sounds like a bunch of clanking to me, huh? Yeah, well, to each their own, I guess.
If you change your mind about the show, come over to Laughing Goblin next Thursday.
I think I've got to go get I think I have to go get my prostate checked on that day.
Really? I think I know a half-orc could be willing to do that for you.
That's okay.
He's talking about his girlfriend, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I bet.
No, I go ahead and sign the shirt and the parchment with a flourish. Omi Barton's flourish.
Hopefully we'll see you again there, Spooner.
Farewell, Splug, and thank you. Thank you for plugging this hole. So Omi's going to wander his way back to his apartment.
Dungeons and Dragons.
And he's going to invite his friends over for drinks as he prepares this find familiar ritual from the scroll as he sets out all the incense and brass brazier. And he waits for his friends Marcus, Shen, and Darganath to show up.
They walk in and say, "What the hell are you up to now?"
Man, I had a hot table going at the gambling courts too.
What's going on, Omi?
Hey guys, glad to see you. I got this. Aya Glenmere gave me this scroll to find a familiar, and I wanted you guys to be present as I cast it, since you're my best friends, and all. Oh, and by the way, Marcus, I did bring plenty of ale over there on the counter.
Oh, okay.
So Omi's going to go about setting up the find familiar ritual, drawing the circle with chalk, setting up the brass brazier in the center of the circle, and then getting some charcoal and incense prepared to burn inside of the brazier as he goes about casting his hour-long find familiar ritual while his friends are enjoying the ale he brought up.
I'm going to ask.
You got Brewhill over there too?
You think this is going to work? You think he's actually going to find some?
I think so. Aya assured me that this was a good spell.
If you don't focus on that, you're going to get like a turtle or something. Take you forever to get downstairs. You focus.
You're right. I'll stay focused. Enjoy the drink.
Well, so what do you think, Shandarg? You see this guy going to find anything? I got a 20. It says he don't find shit.
He might get a bent spoon.
He gonna get one anyway. I'll see if I can find one on the table and snap it while he's focusing on that.
Omi cringes at the bent spoon.
Perform your ritual, all your incenses and your chalks, and very good. It probably would work better if all of you and your friends probably held hands and chanted together. That would be pretty good.
You guys want to hold hands? It might help the ritual out.
I'm gonna grab a second bottle of ale and like shrug my shoulders, like I would, but
drinking two-fisted already.
Like we all rush, but there's only 5. One of us has to have an open hand.
Take it easy there, Shen. There's plenty to go around.
All right, so you perform your ritual, and as you light the incense in the bowl, the plug actually worked. Of course, it It's kind of charred a little bit now. But as the flame kind of subsides and a big, like, puff of black smoke come out of the brazier, standing in front of you is a spoon. Literally, there is a spoon that is standing there. And he opens his eyes and he says, "Heidi ho!"
I immediately, like, this freaks me the hell out. Eyeballs on the spoon. Take my magic sword and try and chop the thing apart.
I get it the way. Markesh, don't do that. It's Mr. Spoony. He's real. Mr. Spoony's real.
Now continued to try and stomp on it.
Markesh, come on. I brought you all that ale.
That probably didn't help my judgment here. Sorry.
Mr. Spoony, are you real?
Heidi ho! Gentlemen, I'm Mr. Spoony and I have big blue beautiful eyes.
I only heard about you in legends. I thought you were just a myth.
Mr. Spoony is real. What can I do for you? Who are you, by the way?
My name is Omi Barton. And you, of course, are Mr. Spoony. Here, you see my friends here. That big half-orc over there who was starting to draw his sword, that's Markesh. He's not a fan of spoons. And my other friends over there, that's Shen. He's the one with two drinks, one in each hand. And the human over there, that's my friend Darganeth.
Heidi ho, gentlemen. Mr. Spoony at your service.
Tip my tankard to Mr. Spoony.
What can I do for you? As I'm sounding more Irish now. What can I do for you, Mr. Barton?
I've never had a familiar before. What can you do?
Well, I can kind of be your advisor. I can't do any fighting. I have these short little arms, so I can't really use any kind of magic or anything like that. I am pretty much just a spoon with legs and arms and a couple of beautiful blue eyes. And I can talk, of course. Hopefully I won't get on anybody's nerves, but I do like to talk, but... yeah.
Oh, that'll happen.
How about a song, Mr. Spoony? Are you a musician?
I'm not really what kind of song do you want, Mr. Omi Barton?
Oh, anything you know. I'll do a few spoon taps. See, I'm a man of the spoons. I know how to play the spoons, see?
Let's hear some spoon polka.
He reaches behind him and he pulls out a little bottle and he's holding it. And you can see that on this bottle there's a couple of X's. And then you can see it's like a little miniature bottle of Sneaky Pete. And he starts drinking it and...
what? Seeing you guys are drinking, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and drink you. Mr. Spoony's gonna join you.
Oh yeah, Mr. Spoony.
Heidi-ho!
Hey, Darganeth, what do you think of Mr. Spoony?
He doesn't even know what to say. He hates it.
He's dumbfounded.
Batteries on the floor.
So sometimes silence speaks more than words can.
Right.
Well, I got plenty of ale here, Mr. Spoony. Go ahead and help yourself.
He just drinks away.
Thanks a lot, Omi.
Seems like he's pretty useless. I'm gonna look to Shannon Dark. This guy looks pretty. Like he's just like the ones he has, only he doesn't shut up.
He actually he's starting to stagger around a little bit, and he goes to sing a song. He goes, and then he just kind of falls over, passes out.
Mr. Spoony. I rush over and pick him up tenderly in two hands. You all right there, Mr. Spoony?
Oh, little lower. Little lower.
Right here?
Oh, that's it.
Are you sure you should be drinking that much, Mr. Spoony? You are pretty small after all.
Well, that's just doesn't mix well with me. This whole alcohol stuff.
Well, I think you're
I'm
the
getting
best
sick.
familiar.
You know, it just hurls all over. It's like a water fountain. Just like a water spout. Just covers you.
I don't think I've ever had a
Marcus is just
spoon do
laughing.
vomit on me before.
I guess he's all right, guys. He's pretty all right.
Hey, Mr. Spoony. Marcus, I
Yeah.
think, is taking a liking to you.
He was just trying to stomp me a couple of minutes ago.
You
Sort
really
of
scared me there. It
exhilarating.
doesn't seem like you're good at much of anything. What are your talents?
I'm
Drinking? You're not very good at that.
I can hold my own. I've been drinking for a couple of days, actually. It's taking me a couple of days to get like this. I'm pretty useful. I don't know what I can really do. I mean, I'm just a spoon, Markesh. I mean, what do you expect me to do? I mean, do you expect me
Can I
to...
eat cereal with you?
Sure. I can turn back into a normal spoon. And he kind of folds his arms down to his side, and he closes his eyes and closes his mouth, and he says, see, I can be a spoon. You can use me.
Oh, if I can eat cereal with him, he can stick around. I'm good with him.
Just don't use your teeth. It hurts.
Yeah, don't drag your teeth out of them.
Yeah, don't use your teeth. It hurts.
Oh, Jesus.
You're going to be the best familiar ever, Mr. Spoony.
Heidi-ho, Omi Barton. Heidi-ho.
You have to see how acrobatic this thing is. And it might get punted a few times.
Too good. Mr. Spoony, oh my gosh.
I'll make a nice little comfortable bed for Mr. Spoony so he can sleep it off.
He goes to sleep. I had to put it on there, Sapper. So has anything else been happening?
Well, guys, wasn't that fun?
You and I definitely have different definitions.
Carousing, summoning spoons. Carousing, summoning spoons. That's what Marcus is thinking.
I left a winning table for this.
Yeah, you guys were doing pretty good. You were at least breaking even.
Wasn't this so much better than just sitting quiet around the poker table, guys?
No. Not a bit.
Poor Omi. All right, so you guys back in Flan here.
Is that Spoony with a Y or an IE?
With a Y.
Definitely with a Y. Potto Plaza.
Why?
After the celebration and summoning of Mr. Spoony, you guys venture back over to Potto Plaza. And anybody remember Millicent Moss? Anybody remember her? She was
No.
from one of your very, very first adventures. Way back in DDEX1 part.
See the crazy lady
Two.
that was supposed to give us a map but never did?
No, she was the lady that when you guys were in the Laughing Goblin. No, you guys were actually in Madame Fiona's at this point. You guys heard a blood-curdling scream, and she was outside begging for your help. And she was the one where she's a peat moss farmer, and her family was abducted. And remember her little child? Oh, and you help us find little Bo. Anyway, you guys helped her. You guys went over to the farm. You guys went to her farm, killed a bunch of baddies. Then you went into the dungeon. Oh. This is way back. This is the second session that we played. But anyway, middle of the boss. Yeah, it was. So you see her, and she comes up. Oh, I've been looking for you for several days now. Oh, you guys are such well-known adventurers and heroes now of the area, and we've actually got a problem, and there's Kabel's Hill to the north, along the river, and there's been disappearances happening up to the north, and everybody's lost on what needs to be done, and I remembered all of you, and I've remembered reading and seeing things in the papers about you guys. You guys had helped me quite a few months ago, and so I brought it up to the town. Maybe you could help Kabel's Hill, but there are some disappearances, and it seems like the small little village is in an uproar, and they don't know what to do. They have no heroes at all to what you guys are.
Well, that's probably true.
Oh, it's definitely true. Yeah, her husband and little Bo and all her workers were taken.
Heroin's not free, you know.
I'm sure they've got some money to give you. I'm sure they do.
They're paying. I'm in, boys.
Sounds interesting. Maybe we can put Mr. Spoony to some use.
I think I found a use at the bottom of a river.
Heidi ho! Oh! Who called?
To that bottom of that Moon Sea. See if you can find out right at the bottom of the Jim, do you know how deep that place is out there?
It's very, very fathoms and fathoms deep. Probably crush a little spoon.
Why don't you rest there, Mr. Spoony? Take a rest. You're not looking so good. You got like something around your mouth, some like vomit or something around your mouth there. Or at least I think that's vomit anyway. I'm not sure what the hell that is.
No, that's just food from Dargamouth. Dargamouth's using me as a goddamn spoon. I was just kidding. I wasn't serious. Jeez, Dargamouth.
I didn't have any other way to eat my cereal, guys.
So you guys, I'm going to share a map with you as Mr. Spoony climbs back into your pocket. Now, the Stagino River kind of goes northwest, and it's about right here. It's on the western side. And this is a small little, it's a little lightly fortified hamlet. And it's about a day and a half north. And it's just a small little collection of barns and houses. They basically process grains here and other goods, and then they ship that stuff north up the river and south down the river. So that's pretty much they keep Flan fed. That's what all of your muffins are made of, and all of the breads and all that other good stuff. It's basically like a way station. People usually stay a night, and then they usually head out. But you know that there's you guys have passed through there a few times. There's a small inn. There is a tavern, inn and tavern. Then there's a blacksmith, a stables, a general store, a granary, and then there's the dock master. Now the general goods store is called Colvin's. The tavern / inn is called the Leaky Bucket. And that's pretty much all of the information that you know about Kabel's Hill. But there's not. It's sort of like it's like a small little walled fort, basically.
What do you think there, Markesh? Darganath Shen?
You got to speak to someone who's got some cash on them. Figure out what's going on here. See if the job's a paying job or not. If nothing else, they'll pay you in bran muffins.
Oh,
Pay you in grain,
bran
right?
muffins?
Pay you in grain. Oh my gosh.
I'm there.
All right, so you guys want to head to, well, and Milivant, she thanks you, and she's also got a couple of her, you remember a couple of her employees, her workers that worked on her farm, so she's there basically stocking up with supplies and everything anyway, so, but you recognize them. She thanks you, and she continues to do some shopping around the plaza. So, what say you, adventurers? Do you want to head out immediately, or do you want to head out the next morning? Any other loose ends you guys want to tie up here while you're in Flan?
I don't have any business. How about you guys?
I don't believe I have any either.
Yep, I think I'm all done here for now.
Good. Yeah, good 10 days having a good time and rest and recuperation. I'm feeling up for another go around.
Let's go.
All right, well, let's head on out, see if we can try to find some work.
Are we taking boat up there, or are we taking just walking?
Ooh. I bet you Captain Shen's going to say, "We're sailing up this bitch."
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, as long as it's not like poles and me having to walk up the side of a folding boat for a day straight.
No, it's got a sail, it's got a mast, and all that good stuff.
Well, I can't imagine you're going to be fighting current the whole time, so.
Possible. What do you think, Captain Shen? Think it'd be quicker to
Absolutely.
ride it, or because of course you guys have you guys have access to mounts as well if you want. Of course, the guard, the black guard, they're totally going to hook you up with mounts. You do a lot of their work for them, so.
I don't like them. They can suck it. We'll take the boat.
All right, Captain Shen, you ready to set sail?
Absolutely. It's only a day's journey by boat. Shouldn't need a whole lot of provisions other than what we can pack with us.
All right. You guys make the trip up the Stagenau River. Give me a D20 as we're making the trip up there. It's about a day and a half. You guys will plenty of rest. Oh, all right. Let's see. Sorry to chuckle. Everybody give me a perception check really quick.
In the tower?
No, you can just do it out in the open. Markish, off to the east on the right hand side of the river, as you're kind of looking out, kind of checking out things around you, you can actually see that there is a kind of hidden in the brush. Looks like some ruins, and it's my hillbilly talking there. Ruins, as in RUINS. Not runes,
Sure.
as in RUNES. That's my hillbilly talking. Yeah, you see some ruins over on the eastern bank, kind of tucked into the lightly forested area. Looks like some old destroyed buildings and whatnot. Just kind of catches your eye. Nothing fancy.
Okay, sounds good.
You guys want to stop? Want to continue? Up to you.
I'm pretty oblivious getting to know Mr. Spoony.
Just, I'm really anxious to see that thing fall over the side and try and swim.
Start. Heidi ho!
as Omi's like talking with him, and he's, you know, I can see him like holding him up close to his face in his palm. I'll kind of shoulder check him, see if he can't like slip out a little bit, maybe go for a swim.
Hey, watch it there, Markesh. You almost knocked Mr. Spoony out over.
Almost knocked him though, huh? Almost.
Heidi ho! That was a close one.
Oh, can you fly?
Does it look like that I have wings, Markesh? No.
That's worth a shot.
Mr. Spoony cannot fly.
Ruins I saw over here. There's some ruins and some stone over there. If you guys, I know we're heading upriver, but it's always a good idea to check things like this out.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good idea, Markesh. You're pretty smart.
Well, since I got this beautiful headband. I mean, it's very, very masculine.
So shall we make for the bank?
Yeah, I'll point it out to everyone, but let you guys choose what we want to do.
Sure, let's go check it out, as long as we're here.
Why not? Yeah, doesn't seem to be any too much activity over there, but it's always a good idea to check out some ruins. You never know what you're going to find.
Excellent. So I'll maneuver the ship to the starboard bank.
No, died.
I love it.
That will be the starboard side.
All right, so you get over on the eastern bank, and the boat is up on the shore. Like I said, it's slightly wooded, but off into the distance you've got the quivering forest. But it looks like it's sort of like a light jungle-y type of area here. And then, of course, you can see the forest off into the distance.
Well, I say we go check out the ruins. You gonna fold that boat up, or just leave it here?
Folding up the boat. Don't never walk away from the boat.
You'd never walk away from that thing, will you? All right.
Did I say we? I'll lead the way. We start heading up towards where I saw those ruins at.
Sure. Yeah, it's a nice day out. Birds flying all over the place, and a couple of rabbits running into the woods. The ruins that are probably about 50 yards or so in front of you. There's a lot of low-hanging trees and whatnot, kind of covering this place up. And as you get closer to it, you can hear this. You can hear a light humming sound, like a, and it's like a crackling, sort of like fire, but it's not fire.
Obviously doesn't smell like fire. No, can't smell a campfire or anything like that.
No, you don't smell any kind of fire now. You do not.
Anyone have a clue what this is? Is it getting louder as we're approaching?
No, it's about staying the same.
I'm not sure what that is. Let me listen a little more.
We'll just keep walking towards it.
Okay. So as you're walking closer, you're starting to go into the low foliage and stuff like that, foliage. And as you're starting to walk into these low, broken buildings and whatnot, you can see this like purplish, whitish type of reflection from something on a wall. And as you turn the corner, you see that there is a circular stone entryway. And it is filled with a swirling pool of like purple energy and white energy, and it looks like a portal to you. And as you turn the corner and you see this for a split second, it just it's like swirling down the toilet bowl, and then it just disappears. And then this stone ring is there. And then on the ground is a humanoid that you've never seen before. And it appears and looks to be dead.
When I saw that purple thing, I want to flick off one of my ticks on this wand of magic detection. If I can.
There was a very bright trace of an aura, a magical aura, coming from the stone circular portal area. But as soon as the purple radiant light disappeared, the aura faded as well. And it's no longer magical.
Okay. I'll keep it up just in case.
Sure. But there's a dead humanoid in front of you.
If that's all that's there, I'll rush up to him and kind of check him out.
Sure. This is something that you've never seen before. This looks like something from a whole nother plane, from a whole nother world. And you notice that he has 4 arms, and he has like the long elongated head of like a doppelganger with large bulbous eyes, and this is basically what he looks like. Of course, minus the weapon, and there's no weapons or anything like that on him.
This thing doesn't look very cute, guys. I usually just kill weird things. What do you say? Already did, I think.
I've never seen anything like that before. How about you guys?
I kick it a couple of times. Does it respond at all?
No, you kick it, give it a couple for the road, and no response. You actually check for a pulse as well, and nothing.
I'd like to check it and see if I can determine what caused his death.
Sure, you can give me a medicine check. No, you have no clue, Shin. And in fact, the composition of this creature is nothing that you've ever seen from a medical standpoint.
Is it wearing armor or anything like that?
It's wearing like it's kind of wearing a half shawl over its face as well, but it doesn't have any armor or no weapons or anything like that.
All right. Oh yeah, I will have checked it for weapons or loot or gold or anything like that. Just being as odd that it's a very odd thing. Past that, I say we burn this thing, guys. We don't need any weird things should die. That's a good rule.
I would agree with that.
Check it out first. See if he has any valuables on him.
Yeah, I checked. He's got nothing. He just got this thingy.
Yeah, there is one item that you do find on him as you're checking him.
Oh,
Markesh, there is a very small, maybe 3-inch long piece of plastic. Sort of looks like speaking out of character, it looks like I would say a credit card.
When I find it, I'll kind of look at it and I'll bite it, thinking maybe it's like a hardtack, and it doesn't move at all, so I'll just chuck it behind me.
Okay. Yeah, it's no material that you've ever seen, and it has a bunch of symbols and whatnot that you haven't seen, but it does say something in like a common. It does say something about a bank.
I didn't look at it that long.
Okay.
It looked like food, and it's not, so I got rid of it.
I'll go pick it up. Hey, Marcus, we should probably hold on to this. You never know, it might be useful.
I don't know, you keep spoons, and now you got one that fucking talks, so why don't you eat food that's no good? You keep that.
I pull out Mr. Spoony. Mr. Spoony, you seen anything like this before?
Hi! Heidi ho, neighbor! Oh, it's you, Omi. How's it going? Just keep that drink flowing for me.
That's why my ale flask feels lighter. Mr. Spoony.
He puts his hands up. Guilty as charged, my friend. Guilty as charged. I've never seen. What is this? Huh?
I was hoping
bends
you
a
had
little
any.
bit.
See if you had any idea what this was.
There's a symbol of a gold key on there on the card, and it says Abadar, Abadar, Abadar. It says, I have no clue what Abadar is, and I have no clue what this key is. This is something that I've never seen before. Oh God, I think I'm getting sick again.
Point yourself that way this time, please, Mr. Spoony.
He does. He hurls. But he's never seen that before.
I make sure my ale flask is locked a little bit tighter this time.
Heidi ho!
I love it. Interesting, huh?
Let's look around the area and see if we see anything else real quick. And if not, I guess it's back to the boat.
You look around.
Yeah, anything else worthwhile checking out in these ruins?
No, you look around for several minutes, Markish, and you don't see anything else. It just has that one kind of like stone circle up against one of the ruined walls.
Well, this is a fucking bust. Found dead things and bad food. I'd say we burn this thing and get out of here, guys.
Can we tell anything about the stone circle?
Sure, you can give me an investigation check, maybe a history check.
While he's doing that, I'll gather up brush for getting the pyre going for this thing.
Okay. Shen, yeah, well, especially I don't know what all Markish was talking about, what he had seen, but yeah, this would look like some type of teleportation place, maybe to another world, maybe to a plane. Kind of weird that it's here, though.
I'll pass that information on to the rest of the party.
It's like this. It's like you've been
Pretty
through here
random
before.
to be in this spot.
It is. This is something that you didn't even know was here, and you've been past here several times and never noticed it before.
You look like you're concentrating pretty hard there, Shen. What are you thinking?
We've never noticed this here before, and we've never noticed this area before. We've been through here several times. This looks to be like some kind of teleportation device or a portal, possibly to another plane. Would certainly explain the creature that came out of there. But I find it odd that we've never found this before.
Oh, a creature with 4 arms. Ugh.
Well, if we keep our mouths shut, no one else will come and disturb this place.
Yeah, you get enough.
We don't need any more of these things coming through.
Yeah, you get enough brush and stuff to set a fire to that creature if you want to.
Yep.
All right. You get it lit. Goes up. Horrible smell to it.
We done here?
Yep, unless you want to try.
You know.
Okay. Unless I was going to say, unless you want to try tossing something through that portal and see what happens.
I'll reach for
Send
that
Mr.
spoon
Spoony
and throw it through.
Send Mr. Spoony through.
Hell no! Heidi ho! I'm not going through there.
I'll take out a regular spoon and toss it through.
It hits the wall. Ping! Nothing happens.
Oh, that's not going to work, guys. So guess it's back to the boat.